Fitchburg traffic is feeling the squeeze lately as construction in many parts of the city continue. The 4th annual rodeo rides into town at the Fitchburg Airport with lots of colorful bull riding cowboys and some talented cowgirl racers. Parks and Rec is gearing up for a busy summer season, and Wonder Woman is flying into the Children's Library. All this and lots more next on Our City News.
And now, the latest news, sports, and weather with Stephanie Allison and the entire Our City News team.
The mayor, along with city residents, are stepping up to ease the effect of a temporary shutdown at the Cleghorn Neighborhood Center. To aid the food pantry program, a citywide food drive has kicked off, keeping things up and running. Our city's Glenn Fossa has the story.
And Fitchburg Access Television's Our City News continues. With me, the mayor of the city of Fitchburg, Honorable Stephen DiNatale. The food drive for the United Neighbors of Fitchburg. Great event and great kicking it off. We got your press release, Mr. Mayor, and of course we hear talk about it. Tell us a little bit more about this drive.
Yeah, Glenn, we're trying to be as helpful as possible. They've gone into their strategic pause, and these are the kinds of services that we as a city should be promoting, and that's certainly why myself as the mayor would promote something like this. This is actually going to provide sustenance to a number of people, and something that they look forward to. And again, these are the kinds of things we really want to focus on and promote.
You mentioned something, of course, that is not always well known, and that the United Neighbors of Fitchburg have an after-school program. Their children have even been engaged with our very own television station, FATV, making TV and pieces. The United Neighbors of Fitchburg grew their after-school program to include tens of kids and provide services. So the UNF is one of those hidden gems.
Yeah, it's providing much-needed services to certainly the people of the Cleghorn neighborhood, but also anyone who needs that kind of help, along with training for new folks to this country to become citizens. So we appreciate that as well. It's very important.
It is indeed. So food, of course, really one of the basic staples of life completely. This is a great drive, and non-perishables are encouraged. And, of course, there's going to be a number of locations where these collector boxes will be for the food drive.
Yeah, we want to just encourage folks. It's obviously non-perishable foods, canned goods, dry goods. There'll be these kinds of receptacles, certainly here at City Hall, but also Fitchburg Police Department, Fitchburg Central Fire Station, and some of our schools.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mayor. Steve DiNatale right here for Fitchburg, Our City News.
Drop-off locations for the Mayor's Food Drive include the Fire Department, the Police Department, City Hall, the Library, the Senior Center, and Fitchburg Public Schools. Summer is right around the corner, and that means Fitchburg Parks and Rec is kicking it into high gear citywide, providing lots of great activities for the city's youth. Fitchburg's expansive park system is sure to have something for everyone. Kelly Johnson talked with the park officials to get the scoop on what's new this season.
Thanks, Stephanie. Kelly Johnson here for Our City News at the City of Fitchburg Recreation Department. Today I'm joined with Recreation Director Nate LaRose and Assistant Director Beth Robbins. Today we're going to talk about what the City of Fitchburg can look forward to upcoming at our parks and local events.
Hi, Kelly. Thanks for coming down. So we have a lot of great activities planned this summer. We're going to be hosting our annual playground program where we invite kids from age 2 to age 17 to join us down in the parks every day, weekdays from 9:30 to 2:30. We're part of the summer nutrition program, so we're going to be offering breakfast and lunch free, no charge, to anyone in the program, and it's a free program. You can sign up anytime. Beyond that, we're also offering a lot of our regular annual activities. We're bringing back our annual skate camp for 3 weeks in July. We're going to be offering summer basketball, summer kickball. It's going to be exciting.
That's great. So the parks around the area, what parks can we look forward to these programs being a part of?
Yeah, so our playground program is going to be at Coolidge, Green Street, Cogs Hall, Crocker Playground in West Fitchburg, and Park Hill Park. The skate clinics are always at Park Hill Park, and basketball could take place in any of the parks throughout the city that have courts.
That's wonderful. Thank you so much. Where might our city residents be able to find this information so they can go ahead and sign up?
Yeah, all our information is available online on our webpage, which is fitchburgma.gov/354. You can also find all of our information on the activity registration page, which is fitchburgma.gov/activities, or just give us a call here in the office at 978-829-1815 and talk to Beth.
I think that's wonderful. Beth, you have some great programs coming up as well. I always look forward to the concerts on the Common.
Yep.
And would you also like to talk a little bit about a program that's coming up this Friday?
Yes, we have a new wellness program going on at the Stonehouse. It's going to be from 4 to 7 this Friday, and it's kind of the first one we've done. It's going to be every third week going through September, so every third Friday from 4 to 7. And for this coming Friday, we have guided fitness walks, where a personal trainer will go around Mirror Lake and kind of let people know how they can make the most of walking around Mirror Lake. We also have a yogi coming to speak about Kundalini Yoga and explain a little bit more about the practice of yoga. We have Nikki Moreau coming for Reiki and someone coming for massage, and so they're going to be doing sample stuff. And it'll just be a great way. We also have Compassionate Friends coming, which is a support group. It's a great community event for anybody who's interested in wellness or who wants to know more about what's offered in the local area. So.
Coggeshall Park's a great park to take advantage of. The Stonehouse is beautiful, a lot of history for us there. So thank you for hosting those. And why don't you tell us a little bit about the concerts on the Common that we can look forward to?
So the concerts on the Common, it's going to be 9 concerts. It's going to run through from July 5th to August 30th, every Wednesday from 6:30 to 8:30 on the Upper Common. And we try to get kind of a mix of all different kinds of music. So we're going to open up with Forever Fab. They're our Beatles cover. And everybody really loved them. They bring the lights and do a really big show. So they're going to open for us this year. And we have new up-and-coming bands like August 1st, who's kind of like a Grateful Dead playoff. We also have some blues and some soul and some Latina music coming. So we try to get kind of diversity going on so that it can appeal to everybody in the city. And we welcome all. It's family-friendly, so we welcome all families and whoever you can get and pull them on down and enjoy the Upper Common in the live show.
I love seeing all the kids running around and the families set up with their picnic baskets and they bring pizzas. And it really is a great night. Even if the weather is a little bit down, we always find a way to pull those concerts together.
It's been really good so far. We've had like one rain out, I think, but we do have the library. The library has offered us their auditorium if there is a rain date. So we want to make sure that everybody knows if it's rainy, just automatically assume it's down in the library at the auditorium. And also Facebook updates would let you know too. So.
And what is the Facebook page?
It's Fitchburg MA Recreation, correct? You can search it up in the search bar. That's how it comes up. I don't know the actual WWs, but that's how you can find us.
That's all right. So Fitchburg Mac Rec page has all of the information that we've talked about with Nate and Beth today. Thank you for joining me, and we'll look forward to talking further. Back to you, Stephanie.
And we'll be right back with more from Our City News on FATV. The 4th annual rodeo rode into town at the Fitchburg Airport this past Sunday. Our city's Samantha Morton was there with the cowboys and cowgirls talking to the organizers about the success of this annual event.
Thanks, Stephanie. I'm here at the Fitchburg Airport where they're holding the 4th annual Rodeo of Fitchburg. What an exciting event. I just got done talking to the event organizer, Carlos Silva, about what it takes to make this event happen. Can you tell us a little bit about what's going on today?
Well, this is the 4th time that we come to Fitchburg Airport, and with the rodeo, live entertainment, and ours will bring a band from Brazil. Tonight, we have Leo Magalhães. He's a country band from Brazil, and I hope the crowd is going to enjoy. He's a really popular singer from Brazil.
So what brought you here to Fitchburg?
We came to Fitchburg after you find out the nice area they have, and also they are so nice people. I have to thank you, the people from the airport, the mayor, and I have to thank the police of Fitchburg and the fire. So very easy to work. Like an event, like this, you need to get together, everybody. They have to understand what's going on, and that's why I like Fitchburg. They are easy to talk, and event like this, so many things it's going on at the same time. When you have easy people like the police, the fire, the people from the Fitchburg, so that's make our job easy to have a success in our events.
Can you tell me a little bit about your inspiration and why you do this?
Well, I've been here for 30 years, and we started about 24 years ago doing some promotion. So the Brazilian community special is growing up. You got about 200,000 people living in Massachusetts. So, and also they need something to keep the cultural from Brazil. That's why we decided to do it.
How many vendors would you say are here today?
We should have, with food and other vendors, we talk about probably 12 vendors altogether.
So you've been doing this for about 30 years now. What's your favorite part?
Oh, actually, I'm here in the U.S. for 30, so I've been doing this for like 24 years. So I think the best part when you see the people smile in front of the stage, everybody now happy, have a good time. That's why give me more power to keep going.
Do you want to try anything new for the future?
Well, we are planning for the future over here. Probably like with the event that I have right now, we are thinking about like a car show, bring like stock cars, new cars, mix it up. That's something new that we are planning. We gotta talk to the city of Fitchburg to see if that they can accept that.
A segunda competidora, Jenny Donovan, partiu em mosca no primeiro tambor, contornou com habilidade o primeiro tambor, foi música no segundo, bonito, o povo aplaude nesse momento, contornou com habilidade, vai pro terceiro tambor, a Jenny Donovan vem pra reta final, o povo aplaude lá em cima, bonito, Jenny Donovan.
Yes, I'd like to now, first of all, thank you FATV to come to this event, and I hope you guys enjoy it. And I'd like to take the opportunity to thank you again, everybody, and especially the city of Fitchburg to accept us in this city.
I'm Samantha Morton, reporting from the 4th Annual Rodeo of Fitchburg for Our City News.
Seu cunhado abriu a porteira, viajou, foi embora, rodou na contramão, bonita lá em cima, sensacional, bateu pra lá, foi embora.
We'll be right back with more from the rodeo. But first, are you looking for a great family-friendly event? Spend the afternoon learning about the DC comic books superhero Wonder Woman at the Fitchburg Public Library on Saturday, June 3rd. Glenn Fossa stopped by the youth library to talk to Nicole Irvine about the iconic hero.
And with me right here at the Fitchburg Public Library, the youth library, Nicole Irvine. And Nicole, so great to see you today. Wonder Woman is amongst us too, celebrating that sometime soon. Tell us more.
Exactly, and so Wonder Woman Day will be on June 3rd here at the library from 12 to 3 p.m. We're going to start off with crafts where you get a chance to make your own tiara and some truth bracelets. We'll have a scavenger hunt because we'll be exploring real Wonder Women that have an impact on history. We'll also have face escapes here as a face painter, so you can get your face all painted up. And then artist Daria Theodora will be joining us at 2 to do sketches on demand for our young patrons.
So there's so much going on, of course, and this generation relates to reading and relates to books a little bit differently than past generations. How is the youth library working towards that?
We're adding a lot of programs to try to get our kids in. We'll buy things such as graphic novels or books to start reluctant readers to read. We're embracing electronic technology a lot more. And every summer we have a big party and a big program set up for kids to come in, have fun programs. The Museum of Science will be here. Creature teachers will be here. We'll have a lot of different programs for kids to want to come into the library and enjoy the library.
Fitchburg, Our City News is here at the Fitchburg Public Library, the Youth Library. So much going on. Find out more right here.
FATV's own Alex Bognazarian is headed west and has the latest on sports. Alex?
And I'm Alex Bognazarian here with Our City Sports. Thanks, Stephanie. I have my Indianapolis 500 hat on. We're ready to go out with Glenn Fossa to cover the Indianapolis 500 this Sunday for Sports Weekly on FATV, which you will see coming up in an episode in a few weeks. Also coming up, the Red Sox start a weekend series with the Seattle Mariners, trying to catch the Baltimore Orioles up in the AL East standings. And also the NBA Finals begin June 1st with the Golden State Warriors holding home court advantage. Now back to you.
Our city's Kelly Johnson stopped by the Growing Places Gardens on Elm Street and has the latest about the new fundraiser to raise money for this busy program. Kelly?
I'm on location today at the Sundial Community Garden, brought to you by Growing Places. I'd like to talk to you today about Growing Places' 15 Years campaign. For every dollar that's going to be raised, an anonymous donor has matched dollar for dollar, so that way Growing Places can provide more community garden space for families in the Fitchburg area. For $15, Growing Places would be able to provide seeds and seedlings for an entire family's growing season. $90 will also help Growing Places build an entire garden for a whole nother family to be involved. If you'd like to find more information about how to donate, visit the website below or growingplaces.org. I'm Kelly Johnson for Our City News.
I'm Stephanie Allison, and Our City News continues right after this. And welcome back to Our City News. With the rodeo in town, the Our City News team spent the day talking with some of the riders at this exciting event. Let's go back to correspondent Samantha Morton, where she had a chance to talk with a young woman from Brockton who's competing in the barrel races with her horse, Scooby.
I'm here with Ann McGinty, one of the barrel racers here. Can you tell me where you're from?
I'm from Brockton, Massachusetts.
And what do you do here?
I do the professional barrel racing here. I've been doing it for about 10 years, and over the summer I'm going to start doing the bull riding.
Nice. So what's your favorite part about this event?
Ooh, probably just the adrenaline, because you go into the chute and your horse gets hot and you get excited and then you go for it, and it's just a huge adrenaline rush.
So what's your plans for the future? Do you want to continue doing this for a while?
Yeah, I actually have one more year of high school, and I'm going to take a gap year between high school and college just to go travel with some friends and do some more rodeo work.
So earlier we saw you riding on a horse with the Brazilian flag. Can you tell us a little bit about your horse?
She's my horse. I bought her about 3 years ago. The lady we bought her from did barrels on her, so I trained her a little bit more over the summer to carry the flag and to do barrels my way. So we have better times and we can get to know each other better. It's just a better experience.
Eu não quero que o DJ toque uma música ali, eu quero que o povo canta por esse rapaz que sempre luta incansavelmente. Bonito demais, vem na reta final.
It's been a great day here at the 4th Annual Rodeo Fitchburg. I'm Samantha Morton for Our City News.
A lot of people in Fitchburg have noticed the traffic squeeze lately here in the city. With a sea of orange barrels at some of our key intersections, some drivers are having a tough time just getting around. With all these improvements comes a little bit of chaos. But city officials reassure Our City News that the end results will be well worth it. Our own Glenn Fossa has the story.
As we had spoken about the traffic calming, and of course there's always a complaint about speeding cars as a public servant. whether you're a police officer or a representative or the mayor or a city councilor, there's always talk about speeding cars, traffic calming. Your thoughts on the projects forward?
Yeah, you know, we're involved in a MassWorks grant for the River Street project, and that's what you're seeing: new sidewalks, new ornamental lighting, and what's become controversial is the River Street moundabout, because that's what I'm being told it's called. I'm asking people to be patient. The project hasn't been completed. We know it's a little tight at the River Street area. I noticed that myself yesterday. I had a conversation with Commissioner Laxo. We're going to inform our engineering people to take a further look at it, and hopefully we're going to encourage them to move some of the curbing back and make it a bit easier to navigate. But again, it's made to slow people down. That's a very tricky intersection. When you're coming down Main Street from the Greek church, you got it coming at you in all directions, from River Street going beyond, by Crocker Field, and then coming down Main Street and either going into the Rotary or before the Rotary, just following the road, or going straight ahead on Main Street up to the Greek church. So the purpose is to slow the traffic down and to help us control it. We were talking about it earlier. People love traffic signals. We're moving away from that, not just locally, but the state and federal governments moving away from that. It's due to, in part, conservation of fuel and the numbers of accidents. I know you being a former police officer, Glenn, the rear-end collisions at traffic lights are always a problem. So this kind of addresses that. And what I'm asking people to be is patient. The project hasn't been completed. Same thing up at Rollstone and Electric Ave. People living in the Bridle Cross area and some of the streets up in Vine and Hollywood complain about coming down Rollstone and trying to negotiate and get into Electric Ave or cut across. It's always a challenge because it's also people going at a high rate of speed. This rotary or roundabout is going to slow that down, and it's going to help you negotiate going into that traffic circle, if you will, and hopefully similar to what's happening on Mechanic Street and John Fitch Highway, that rotary works perfectly. And it was met years ago with a lot of resistance, but I think people now have gotten accustomed to it, and they see that it was the best way to go. I'm hoping that you'll reserve comment and reserve judgment until the project is completed.
Of course, we saw the successes of the roundabouts and the work that's being done. There's other work being done too, and a lot of development, a lot of interest from outside folks interested in investing in Fitchburg. This is exciting.
You know, I wanted to report also that the Game On Fitchburg, the $15 million soccer complex in West Fitchburg, has passed all of its DEP and EPA regulations and tests. And they're moving forward very, very shortly to break ground in that facility, and we couldn't be happier about that. That's great news for the people of Fitchburg.
Grant funding that we competed for as a city, that's important to some of the projects going forward.
Yeah, that's a MassWorks grant on River Street, and that's what's paying for all those upgrades. And I know the business people, we met with public hearings that we held. Matter of fact, we held them at Center Pizza right there on River Street, and a number of the members of the public were there, and we explained. Matter of fact, it was Larry Casassa at the time, our community development director. He's now retired, and explained how this funding works. So it's a competitive grant, and Fitchburg was fortunate enough to win that grant. So I'm not sitting here writing checks out. It's from the state. It's your tax dollars at work. And again, the business people on that street are thrilled about this. And this is tied into housing, not just the housing right on River Street itself, but the new the yarn mill out on Main Street, once again up in Greektown in Fitchburg here. And this is going to generate retail and commercial interest on River Street. We're going to clean up some of the buildings there that need attention, and overall, we're going to look back on this and say it was certainly a good thing for the people of Fitchburg.
This week on FATV, on our public channel, Wednesday at 7 p.m. is Discussing Fitchburg Now with Sam Squalia and guests from the Long Show race. Friday at 6:30 p.m., Fitchburg's high school commencement. On our government channel, Tuesday at 6 p.m., Council as a whole meeting. On our public channel, Thursday at 7:30 p.m., Stratton Players first reading. Saturday at 10 p.m. is the Saturday Night Fright Special. What happens when an 8-year-old with a love for a very special place in the city takes on a big cleanup project that was near to her heart? People listened and pitched in, and before you know it, great things are happening right here in Fitchburg. In our last story, 8-year-old Gabby Abair did just that. Samantha Morton has the story.
We're here at Cogshell Park. We're a group of kids from Family Martial Arts Club, started by 8-year-old Miss Gabby. Thought it'd be a great idea to help the community and come clean up the park. It's efforts like hers that make this such a great city.
I'd like to thank everybody for coming to my Cogsall Park cleanup. Well, we cleaned up Cogsall because I knew it was really dirty, and we want to take care of our community and make it clean. And we got a lot of trash and a dumpster over there. I was at the park with my family, and I just realized that there was a bunch of trash, and I was not happy with it, so I decided to put it all together.
For pollution out here, it's always a good way to feel good about yourself.
And the animals probably can try to eat them, which is really bad. So we clean up the place to help the animals survive.
We had such a good time. We found a lot of trash, and I found places in Cogsall that I didn't even know existed, so it was great fun.
Thank you, everybody that came to help, because it will be a lot harder if I just came here and I did everything. It's good for the animals, community, and everything.
So let us know if you guys know of any place that needs to be cleaned. Let us know, and we'll try our best to get there. Thanks, guys.
Well, Miss Gabby's in our mastery program. She's one of our junior leaders. And what we've always tried to do is build a stronger community, one black belt at a time. We've always had community involvement as a big part of the requirements to earn a black belt. And by seeing some of what other people have been doing in the community, she came up with the idea by herself to clean up the park, and we thought it was fantastic.
When I came here, they were surprised that I had thought of this. I had to talk in front of the classes about it, and it was very fun to do that.
All summer long, we're planning on cleaning up a lot of different parks that are in the area and just other ways that we can help out as a team.
If they wanted to clean up the community, you could, and it would be everybody would be very thankful that you did that, and they would be very proud of what you did.
This park is a hidden gem here in Fitchburg. It's a great spot. If you're just looking to spend time with some family or friends, you can have a picnic, go hiking, or just enjoy the view. For Our City News, I'm Samantha Morton.
Thanks for watching Our City News. Follow us on Facebook at Our City News, or send us an email to suggest a story at ourcitynewsfitchburg@gmail.com. I'm Stephanie Allison, and have a great day.